Welcome back to another live stream here on Metal Bent Chronicles. I know it's midnight, you know. In all honesty, I just woke up like 3 hours ago. I mean, I work third shift, so it's got my days all mixed up, obviously. So yeah, I woke up around 9 o'clock and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna do a live stream at midnight. People come on, people come on. If people don't come on, I understand because it is a work week. It's my night off, obviously. So people do show up. I will gladly appreciate it, man. Definitely. Anyways, yes, sad news today. Another big loss, happened. Unfortunately, I get a message, and I apologize to the person for not messaging back. I get a message, about one of my favorite wrestlers as a kid passing away, Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorf. Somebody I grew up watching as a kid, I remember his feuds growing up with Hulk Hogan, obviously. Those were some classic feuds. They had some classic matches, you know. I remember as a kid getting in trouble for staying up late, actually, because I stayed up late to watch Saturday night's main event at the time. God, I was only like 7 or 8 years old, I think. Anyways, it was Hulk Hogan versus Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff in a cage match. And yeah, I got in trouble anyways as a little kid for staying up and watching it. On Saturday night's main event, and yeah. Anyway, it's a classic match. I'm sure anybody that's a wrestling fan from way back then, knows about that match. And there was a bunch of other classic matches too. The first WrestleMania, with Hulk Hogan, Mr. T against Piper and Orndorff with Muhammad Ali as special guest referee. Man, it's sad when you go back and look at the old, WWF or just, wrestling in general from back in the 80s. And it just dazzles me and kind of saddens me, how many of those wrestlers, how many of them wrestlers that are no longer here. And there's a lot now. I mean, we're losing literally everybody from back then. Luckily, we still have guys like Hulk Hogan living, Ric Flair. Woo! The Nature Boy! We still have Flair living. It's going to be a sad day when we lose them too, and I don't even want to think about that. But, Anyway, yeah, rest in peace to Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff, and thanks for being a part of my childhood growing up as a kid. Yeah, big loss indeed, man. We just keep losing people, man. Which kind of makes me think, as human beings, I think, in fact, it's not that I think, I know it. As human beings, we need to start treating each other better. We really do. And, I look at social media like anybody else does, you know, and there's an awful lot of negativity on social media, a lot of drama. It's like, people, get a grip of yourselves, man. What are you fighting for? And half the shit people fight, half the shit people fight over is so petty and childish. It's like, we're grown ass adults here, you know. And 9 times out of 10, man, you're not going to meet that person. You're not going to meet the person you're fighting with in person to begin with. So what's the point of creating all this drama, all this misery for somebody you may never meet in person? You know what I'm saying? I just don't get it, man. I do think we need more positivity in the world, We definitely need more positivity when it pertains to life, the world, and, in general, just everything. You know, either or. Moving on here, figured, you know what? We'll talk a little music. Hopefully, somebody shows up. It looks like one person is watching, but they're not commenting. But anyway, yeah, hopefully, we get somebody shows up, we can talk some freaking music, I think we had a damn good stream last night, I'll tell you what, Metal Douche Mike's adding a lot of fun to these streams, man. I like having him on the shows. He's an entertaining dude. That's what you want. You want entertainment. And that's another thing, too, that's lacking nowadays is entertainment. It's like, what happened to good entertainment, man? What happened to good music? Well, that all still lives here, obviously. But no, for real. You look out in the world, man. Music's shitty nowadays in the mainstream. Entertainment absolutely sucks. You know, like me, I don't watch movies. I don't watch Netflix. If I watch anything, it's usually here on YouTube, to be honest. I don't watch TV at all. I don't get into movies anymore. Well, Hollywood kind of blew that, when it pertains to, that. And it looks like that person left. Gotta love it. So now I'm kind of talking to myself. So I think what I'm really going to do here, I might play some fucking music until people come on, and maybe if people do come on, I know it's a fucking weeknight. If people do come on, maybe we can get some cool conversations going, And that's pretty much it. So right now, I'm gonna play some fucking music. Yeah, I'm looking at my group room I'm a part of here, Damage Incorporated. There's nobody on. It looks like nobody has commented when I said I was going live here. Yeah. I'm a fucking night owl, guys. I mean, I work third shift. Hell, man, I might as well be a fucking vampire. Anyways. And I noticed as of late too, when I do a live stream, somebody unsubscribes to the channel. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, if you don't like what I have to say, if you don't like the show that I'm trying to put on, then whatever. I really don't give a fuck. I do this for entertainment. I do this for fun. Like I said. So, people don't like what I do, whatever. Just means you weren't a fucking true fan of the channel to begin with. And then again, you got a lot of trolls too to make fake accounts and sub to you then unsub. I know how that shit goes too. I would rather have real legit subscribers, not a bunch of phony ass motherfuckers subbing to the channel. Just saying. Putting that out there. But anyways, I believe right now what we're going to do is play some fucking music like I said. Just looking here. It looks like we do have a new subscriber. Awesome. Cool, man. Well, thanks to the person who just subscribed to the channel. So we're up to 395 subscribers. Awesome. Just 5 more subs to 400 people, man. We'll get there. We'll get there. I know it's been a 6-month run. It's been a 6-month stretch of being stuck in the 300s here on Metal Bench Chronicles, but what it is, what it is. I know I was getting bent out of shape over it. When you really think about it, is it really worth, getting bent out of shape over subscribers? The only thing that matters is real subscribers, real people, and people that actually love what you do. And the real supporters, who enjoy what you do. I know I'm kind of rambling on here, man. So, and I said for probably the last 10 minutes that I'm going to play some fucking music. Well, we're going to get to it here. How about we play? You know what? We're going to play Sir Lord Baltimore, actually. For those who never heard Sir Lord Baltimore, I talked about him in the stream last night. How I think they're probably maybe the first American heavy metal band. You know, that's really debatable. You know, but right now we're gonna play some Sir Lord Baltimore and the track Kingdom Come. I hear sirens calling me. I fell prey unto the wind. Sail on, crimson majesty. Turn, turn, wheel of fortune spin. Come, my kingdom, come, and then I will be gone. Tired voyage on the brink. Eyes want only for to sleep. Sinking thoughts I could not link. Fathom the raptures of the deep. Oh, come, my kingdom is come, and then I will be done. Come, kingdom come. Wake me paradise untold. Giant the phoenix be my wings. Roll on chariots of gold. All rise, hail the King of Kings. Come, my kingdom, come, and then I will be done. Shining wizards bring the rain. Shooting arrows at the sun. Praise him, for that now he shall reign. Death is the your silent drum. Oh, come, my kingdom, come. Oh, that thy will be done. Come, my kingdom, come. shall never know your best. I've known blinding woe and pain. Say I all that's left's been said. Oh, come my kingdom come, and then I will be done. Oh, come my kingdom come, and then I will be Yes. That was Sir Lord Baltimore. Came out in 1970, right there with Kingdom Come. Excellent track. You know, to me, a very early example of American heavy metal. That's pretty much straight up heavy metal right there to me. Like the beginnings. You know, you can hear some Black Sabbath influences there. You know, just a really early example of heavy metal, you know. So, in a way, I do think they might be the first American heavy metal band because they were playing quite heavy for the time, you know. It's debatable. Right now, I'm going to play another one here. The band's called Iron Claw. And the track we're going to play is Skull Crusher. Not to be confused with Overkill's Skull Crusher, but here it goes, or here it comes, you know. What's up, Wyatt? Yes, it looks like it, bro. All right. So that band was called Iron Claw. The track Skull Crusher. It was recorded around 1971. So pretty much a year after Sabbath did come out, you know. And you can definitely hear the heaviness of Sabbath and the doominess of Sabbath in that track, you know. Some really heavy stuff, for 1971. I just find this era to be very interesting, when it comes to, the beginnings of heavy metal, and where metal, kind of started out as and what metal has evolved into today, as we speak. So yeah, man, definitely a killer band. And we got Wyatt's Metal Life here. Am I the only one in the chat? Yes, you are, man. that way if you're still here. Like I said, the stream's kind of random. I'm like, I'm going to do a stream at midnight. You know, I'm not expecting a huge turnout. But what it is. To me, it kind of feels like a Friday night because I'm off tonight, and it's not a Friday night, which is kind of weird. So moving on here, another band I discovered quite a few years ago, came out in the early 70s also. The band's called Sudden Death. And right now I'm going to play one of their tracks here. I think I'm going to go with Leather. How about it? Leather Woman. About 1972.
Lost my way going in my road back home. When I cursed my fate for having come so far along. Sky is dark, turning black, wanna hell. All senses dead, located well. Violent
But Zach Blappeth in the street. What's up, brother?
Cutting through the mist. Our darkness closing from the side like a shrieking room. Isolated in a world I know does not exist. Now and low, appears to be low, the brink horizon. A golden hour rising, slightly stores my present. When it turns away, I move away, I should follow. Guide me out of the dark into tomorrow. Silence calling all around.
Speed King, what's up, brother?
Even breathing, cutting through the mist. Our darkness closing in from the side like a streaking road. Isolated in the world I know does not Now a point appears lit by a something glow, disappearing in the distance, twisting through the night. Unaware of what I'm doing, I'm moving in a daze, passing through the dismal dark, falling into the into the night. Into the night. Ow! 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 Into the night. Night, night. friend, wondering what I'm missing. Oh, see if I ever long for the touch anyone else but you. Oh, if I got through another night like that, I don't know what I'll do. Lost my way for an by road back home. I curse my fate, I haven't come so far, Lord. Back at home, I drift to sleep and see the sea. Just to see what I feel within my dreams.
All right, that band was called Sudden Death, and the track was called Leather Woman. Came out in 1972. I just I just noticed the picture on my Weed Eater CD looks like the Dixie Tavern I used to live above for 5 years. No shit. I'll tell you what, Weed Eater, that's a band I definitely got to check out. I've heard the name before. Might actually play a song here in a bit. But right now, we got something a little different for you.
All right, tonight here in Los Angeles at the Strongman Federation card, the Macho Man, Randy Savage, tonight to challenge Hulk Hogan, the heavyweight championship of the world. Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorf, come on in tonight within the confines of a steel cage here in Los Angeles. You're going to be meeting Roddy Pipe. No way in, no way out, $15 money on your head. And many say, Paul Orndorf, that you just don't care anymore. You've lost.
That's exactly right. And you know something? I don't care anymore. But Piper's the same way. He doesn't care anymore. You know, we're going to be like two pit bulldogs. And if anybody's ever seen a pit bulldog fight another pit bulldog, when they hook up, brother, I mean, it's flesh, it's skin, it's blood, and everything's going to happen. I don't mind telling you, I'm in a battle for my life. And everything that's gone down, everything that's happened in the past, is going to be settled right here in that cage. Well, that's what a lot of people think. But it'll never be settled between Piper and I. Never. Not as long as I'm standing up here talking to you people right now. And you know something right now, too, Gene? You know what I feel. You know how psyched up I am about this match. Well, you better believe it, because there's going to be 15, 20,000 people out there, and they hate Piper, and I can understand why. But, you know, they can't do nothing about that. But I can. And I'm going to feelings of all those people. And I'm going to pump it inside this body right here. And I'm talking about that 15, 20-foot cage. And I'm going to be so psyched up and so ready. I don't mind telling you. I don't know what's going to happen. Because it's going to be one heck of a...
That
you know, men in a cage. I'm not an animal. I don't like being in a cage. I don't like my face to be rubbed up and down that steel. Well, I can assure you of this, and I'm prepared for it. And whatever happens, Piper, I'm going to walk into that ring with my head high, buddy, like a man.
Thank you very much, Paul Orndorf.
Oh, man. Rest in peace to Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorf. Had to throw that in there just for a tribute, you know? Kind of makes you think, too, man. Wrestling back then was so good. You had great promos, you had great characters. Oh, man, I don't know how people can still watch the product today because it's so bad. Yeah, wrestling today absolutely sucks compared to what it was like back then. It was so good back then. You know, you had characters, you had great storylines, you know, all that great stuff you used to get, you know. Anyways, back to the music, you know. I mean, we've had people come in and people leave. I mean, people can be busy too. I mean, but yeah, hopefully we get Speed King back in here again. We had Zach Blab up here. We had Wyatt's Metal Life here. But for now, you know what? We're going to get back into the music. Actually, we're going to check out this band called Weed Eater because I've never heard them. Wonder which track I should play. God, Luck, and Good Speed. Let's try that track. Hope you all can hear the music out there. Right now, I'm in the
Feel you grow. I know you're tired. It's all over me. And you know I'm right. I'm falling. Yes, and they fall. I see you smile. 5,000 rain to base. 10,000 miles of crawling. Untied we stand. Long live dirt way. Mankind is unkind, man. God, luck, and good speed. Ain't got no time for no one else. I know. I tell myself that I'm not like me. Part of me just won't have the other part can't see I'm gone. Untied we stand. Long live our way. Mankind is unkind, man. God, luck, and good speed.
think I need something faster after that. Am I a fan of Machine Head? Uh, I used to be. I'm not really into him anymore. I just can't stand Rob Flynn as a person, to be honest with you, and all the whining he does. when it pertains to politics, you know. But yeah, I mean, when it comes to Machine Head, excuse me, there, like Burn My Eyes, great album. The Blackening, great album. Unto the Locust, great album. After that, I really can't get into their other albums. So no, I'm not really the biggest Machine Head fan. I did see him live back in 2007. I did actually meet Rob Flynn back then. He was really cool. I mean, we talked to him probably for, I'd say, like near a half hour after the show back then, in Pittsburgh at Rex Theater, where I saw him at. So yeah, he was really cool back then. I don't know what happened to him over time. I don't know. But I do love Violence, the band Rob Flynn was in before Machine Head. And Violence is back together. I know I know my good friend Xavier don't care for Violence. I love Violence. I mean, they're back together working on a new album. I can't wait to hear it. Still need to hear the new Flotsam and Jetsam too. You know what, man? Hope you all can hear the music out there. We're going to speed it up and get back into the speed and thrash and heaviness here. We played some Doom now. Let's get heavy again. Yeah, I used to have that CD. It's okay. I don't know. That's really all I can say about it. I mean, it was them getting back to being heavier after putting out Supercharger, which Supercharger and The Burning Red were new metal albums. I don't know. But anyways, we're gonna get back into the thrash and speed with. I'll tell you what, I haven't listened to this one in a while. Primal Fear. This is off their debut album. And hey man, we got Speed King in the house. So, Deep Purple came out with this way back in 1970, but we're going to play the cover of Speed King by Primal Fear.
Said a little bit's mine when she was rocking in the house of the line. To the front end, so rude, rocking to the east and west. Lucia was all so real, but she didn't do her daddy's will. Come on, baby, I'll be trying to it. Cause I'm a speed king, you gotta hear me say it. And I'm a speed king, see me fly. Saturday night and I just got paid. Gonna pull a body, ain't gonna save. Some people gonna rock, some people gonna roll. Gonna have a body to save my soul. I'm a woman in a side body man. Maybe cause of trouble since it all began. Shaking little rise, taking little beats. Gonna rock and roll out of New Orleans. Speed King, you gotta hear me singing. And I'm a speed king. See me fly. the east and west. I had to go and it's I thought it bad. They've been crossing trouble since it all began. Taking in the rice, taking in the bees, started rock and roll out of New Orleans. I'm a speed king, you gotta hear me saying. I'm a speed king, see me play. Speed king, you gotta hear me saying. Then I'm a speed king, see me. I'm a speed king, you gotta hear me saying. And I'm a speed king, see me. See me.
Primal Fear there with Speed King off their debut album. The cover, obviously, originally done by Deep Purple. And Speed King says, check out Primal Fear's cover of Die Young. Ralph hit some amazing high notes. You know what, man? I'll tell you what, Ralph Sheepers, wow, what a voice. And the dude still can hit those notes. I mean, I know he's not like old. I think he's in his maybe early 50s. But man, can that guy scream. He definitely could have fit Judas Priest. Back when Priest was looking for a vocalist, back in, the early 90s after Rob Halford departed at the time. I love Ripper Owens, don't get me wrong, because I think his voice definitely fit. But I think Ralph could have fit Judas Priest perfectly. I think Ralph sounds more like Rob Halford compared to Ripper. I mean, Ripper, well, you don't want to, well, what am I trying to say here? I think, and yeah, replacing a vocalist like that's big shoes to fill indeed. Like, yeah, when it comes to Priest, you want somebody that can hit those notes and have like a Halford type of voice, but not completely sound like Rob Halford, you know what I mean? If that makes any sense. Where Iron Maiden fucked up when they got Blaze Bayley. And I love Blaze. I think Blaze's solo music's really good. And he was great in Wolfsbane, but in Iron Maiden, man, Blaze did not fit. Which I've talked about, in past streams, but yeah, man. When you go back and listen to the X Factor or Virtual 11, you can definitely tell the albums were written in the key of Bruce Dickinson. Not for Blaze. I mean, I don't know what Steve Harris was thinking at the time. I mean, I know he went through a messy divorce and all that crazy stuff, but anyway. So right now, what we're going to do is check out the cover of Die Young by Primal Fear, requested by Speed King. Here we go.
To the wall, chain the sun, and it tears away and breaks you as you run, you run, you run. Behind that smile, Danger and I promise to be told. You never get old. Life's fantasy to be locked away and still to think you're free. You're free. We're free. So live for today, but tomorrow never comes. Tired, can't you see the writing in the air? Tired, someone stops the fall. You as you run, you run, you run. So live for today, but tomorrow never comes. Diane, yeah, Diane, 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 yeah, Diane, 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 Diane.
Oh, dude, I'm gonna check that out next. Actually, fucking off. Yeah, Labyrinth's a really cool Italian power metal band. Um, which I saw a post on Facebook. Oh God, a couple days ago. Kind of hard to digest this one because I find it laughable. Anyway, this dude posted that he's gonna get out of metal music because he thinks metal is too negative. Which, if he chooses to get out of metal because of whatever reason, I understand. But uh, I just found it to be really stupid, to be honest with you, because not all metal is negative music. Like power metal. I love power metal. I know a lot of metalheads don't like power metal. I love it. And I love listening to it because I think it's positive music. And it's played very well. So yeah, there's power metal. You have metal bands to do concepts. Not all metal music is negative. I get it. Black metal, death metal, a lot of that's very negative. I mean, I love death metal, I love black metal too, but sometimes I gotta listen to power metal, you know? And I love power metal. I've been a fan of power metal, geez, probably since I first heard Keeper of the Seven Keys way back in 1988 at 9 years old. I like metal. I like music, Yeah, some music does give you a negative emotion, but there's a lot of music that gives you a positive emotion. You know what I mean? I just don't fucking get it, man. It seems like a lot of people are turning on metal just over stupid shit. Then I like these people, they'll post, oh yeah, I listen to top 40 and pop music just to piss off metalheads. That makes you look stupid too because you're giving somebody that has absolutely no talent recognition. Where there's a lot of metal bands out there who play their asses off and are basically classical composers when it comes to music. Let's be honest here. You know, And you got that right, bro. I like it when you're in the chat, man. I like when Speed King's here. He always requests fucking kick ass shit. I love it. And that goes for anybody. I mean, anybody can request songs here as long as it's not absolute shit. Hey, man, I have no problem playing it. Hell, man, turn me on to new bands. Turn me on to bands I've never heard. I'm always listening to music. I want to hear new shit. After 33 years, man, I still want to hear new stuff that I haven't heard yet. I'm always discovering stuff. And that's the thing about music. You always discover new artists and new metal and new hard rock, that you might not have ever heard, you know. But anyways, we're going to play Labyrinth, Labyrinth's cover of Die for My Sins, originally done by the band Sanctuary. Democracy. Dude, I love that name. I'm going to have to check that one. I'll play that next, dude.
Your eyes. It's not what it seems to me. For you're free and okay. Your tortured mind will cry out, take my soul. Die for my sins, for I see. I'm gonna be the hell. Visions of your fate. It's only what you hate. Return to test reality again. Your sudden fate is all in vain. Your weak strength body is changing. Take my soul. Die for my sins, for I've sinned. I'm gonna let her have. Standing at the altar and sing prayer. Your crystal image shatters despair. Suffering, no one can help you know. Betrayed by your own sacred for nothing but your shame. No one else will bear your pain. My motto, life will vanquish, shot and done. Die for me. Die for my seed, for I see. I'm gonna be a hell as you feel the lights out for crazy. Life from you, die for me. Die for me. Die.
Dude, that cover fucking rolled. First time I ever heard that. That was fucking good. Dan, you are definitely right there, Speed King. Tell you what, this dude's from the Middle East. He knows his fucking shit. You know? Really cool people, man. And that's the thing, too. Worldwide, man, you meet some fucking really amazing people. You know, especially here on YouTube. I mean, met a lot of cool people over the years, you know, when it pertains to people being from different parts of the world, you know. It's a good way to connect. It's a good way to find, you know, different styles of people and, you know, a good way to find different bands that you might not know. And right now we're going to play a band, actually, I don't know either. And I think the name sounds cool as shit. Doomocracy. Let's check this out. We're going to play the track Ghost of the Past. I already like it. What a fucking
No sleep tonight. The fear of dawn keeps me awake at night. In black midnight. No peace of mind. And hypnosis denied. I'm sinking to the void. Unending fall. Guardian of gods, please guide my way. Help me to see the light of day. Unworldly chill. The face of death is staring in my eyes. Thoughts in life. The morning of my end. My ultimate finale. And a requiem for my doom. A trinity of madness. Guardian of gods, please guide my way. Help me to see the light of day. You dawn, free from gods of the past, and you walk. Cannot be adored again, and you dawn. Free from gods of the past, and you walk. Cannot be free, safe from I say a prayer, Father in heaven, hallowed be thy name, blessed Redeemer. A bird of white sits by my window, delivers me from death. With his ears singing, I stand before you on this night. Will you deliver me from pride? You don't. Free from God's of the past, a new home. Cannot be atoned again, a new dawn. Free from God's of the past, a new home. Cannot be this same from home.
That was fucking killer. Thanks to Speed King for that request. That band's fucking amazing, actually. I could definitely hear a Candlemass vibe to it. You know, great vocals. I mean, that's the thing, man. You know, I think the older I get, um, and don't get me wrong, I love black metal, I love death metal too, but the older I get, I just want to hear clean vocals like that, you know? The power metal type of vocals, you know? Love it. It's like I had my friend Dave on here a couple streams back, you know, near the end of the stream, and he was talking about, you know, how he's into a lot of this stuff too. You know, when it pertains to power metal and the new wave of traditional heavy metal. I'm happy that metal like this is coming out in the underground. You know, I mean, yeah, I know a lot of people love black metal that are probably, or, you know, that are subscribed to me. I don't hate black metal, like I said, but I think right now black metal is oversaturated. There's way too many black metal artists, and a lot of the black metal artists I don't find to be real or authentic. That's just my opinion. But yeah. Well, you know what? We're going to check those two bands out, brother. But I'm just trying to look up something here on YouTube real quick. Either or, I'll look later. I was trying to find another Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorf promo to play and tribute. You know what? Let's play this one real quick before
Going to get his shot eventually at Hulk Hogan and become the world's champion. And you're lucky he's not a racehorse, or he'd win the Belmont and the Kentucky Derby also, because he's the greatest athlete today. And he's the only man that ever left the champion of the world, Hulk Hogan, laying. And he has a simple name. It's just Mr. Wonderful. And he comes.
You know, Bobby, some people would say just what you've just said to everybody out there, that would be bragging. That would just be thinking that you're cocky.
People,
But you know something? That's exactly right. The truth really hurts. Because Hulk Hogan, I have earned respect. I deserve respect. I was drafted in the NFL. I was in the College Football Hall of Fame. High school All-American. The greatest athlete to ever come out of the state of... I've earned it. I deserve to be the next world heavyweight champion. You see, Hulk Hogan, the difference between you and I is that I'll do anything at any cost to get something I want. I'll even sell my own family down the river for one reason. And that's our world's heavyweight belt. You see something? I left you laying right in the middle of the ring. Right then I left you. Because you thought that I was your friend. Friend. You're really dumb. Dumb. Because Hulk Hogan, I've got you running wild right now. You're on the Rangers at the point of no return. Sooner or later, Hogan, you're going to have to be man enough to sign your name to a contract. And then I'm going to be the champion.
All right, back to the music with Saboteur and Architects of Evil.
Taste the poison knock of minds of trade. Burn your life through my breath. Burn your life for me. Feel my temper and make me your
That's fucking kick ass, man. I liked it. Definitely. Oh man, that was fucking good. Some good. Kind of get a little bit of vibes of Megadeth, especially when it comes to the guitar solos. Yeah, you know, if Megadeth had a power metal vocalist, a little bit. Anyways, Speed King is off to work right now. I'm gonna play another band from Russia. The band's called Area. This is from the album Armageddon. Another one I'm kind of new to here, so let's check out. What track do I want to play? New Crusade. Let's play New Crusade. Here we go.
День или ночь, никому не понять. Храм разорен, крест в объятиях огня. След христиан смыт водой с грешным запахом роз. Там, где Христос чудеса сотворил, меч мусульман тамплиеров казнил. Свет неземной над телами узреть довелось. Битва за веру священна, боль поражений пройдет и разорвется вселенной новый крестовый поход. Битва за веру священна, боль поражений пройдет и разорвется вселенной новый крестовый поход. Нет у небес равновесия весов. Вновь слышен клич, твой орден готов. Храм на горе враг будет мечом возвращен. Но смерть не уйдет из излюбленных мест. Кровь сарацин возродит алый крест. Вдох и опять гром Господень врагов осквернен. Битва за веру священна, боль поражений пройдет и разорвется вселенной новый крестовый поход. Битва за веру священна, боль поражений пройдет и разорвется вселенной новый крестовый поход. На мгновение встань, на колени дай клятву братьям своим. Ой, не скончаем, кто побеждает, мы все же битва за веру священна, боль поражает и разорвется вселенной новый крестовый поход. Битва за веру священна, боль поражений пройдет и разорвется вселенной новый крестовый поход.
All right. That was Area from Russia. Yes, it was sang in Russian too. You know what? Somebody did a retrospective on this band. I forget which YouTube did it, or YouTube channel did it actually. Right now. Anyway, yes. So basically, Area is the Russian Iron Maiden. You know, in comparison, there's a lot of similarities to Iron Maiden there, especially in the music department. I mean, now the production on this, the guitars are definitely much heavier, or a little heavier than Iron Maiden, but you can hear the harmony guitar work. The vocals, they kind of had that Iron Maiden type of feel to it. Pretty damn good band though. I know they have a ton of albums out. They've been around since the '80s. It's another one of them bands, I'm really gonna have to look into, when it comes to, doing some research and stuff like that goes. I just know they're from Russia. The YouTube channel that did the documentary did a really cool documentary on it, retrospective, whatever you want to call it. So right now we're gonna play a band from France. If it's on YouTube. Oh yeah, here it is. Okay, yeah. Now here's a band from France called Killer. Not to be confused with Killers from Belgium, Paul Diano's Killers. This band's just called Killer. They're from France. Yeah, actually, we have a bunch of albums out too that are very hard to find. But we're going to play the track Beware, and this goes out to my friend, my brother from Somerset, who I haven't seen in a very long time, my friend Aaron. Here you go.
Shut the soul out of your friends. Just hold you all without a mind. Which factories are never end. The future couldn't be so fine. You have controller every day. But just to have a beautiful crowd. Things won't easily come your way. Very soon you'll be on your own. Seems you're in a spot, searching for an identity. Don't you know I just think a lot, since you have been seen on TV. You dress up to look much younger. You got a real smiley face. You hold current laws of power, and you are nothing but a snake. I don't like to pretend you do it so well. I don't like to show up, so go straight to hell. Beware, wherever beware. You might be beware. I will be beware. I will be there. Like to pretend you do it so well. I don't like to show up, so go straight to hell. Beware, wherever beware. You might be beware. I will be beware. I will be beware. Wherever beware. You might be beware. I will be beware. I will be beware. So beware. Beware.
Oops. That was Killer off the album Killing Game, which came out in 2002, I believe. And it's the only album they did in English. Their other albums are in French. Yeah. Well, I think the one after Killing Game was still in English. I can't really remember. But yeah, I know their earlier albums are definitely in French. Anyway, we're going to check out a band here that I have not heard yet either. That popped up when I was playing Killer, and the band's called Chainbreaker. And the track's called Atomica. Let's check this out.
Stick with the mask, they call face. Before you now, the human race. You're gonna die in the fire. You're gonna die in the fire. The creation of lightning flash, monster clouds of burning ash. Parasites would build a fire. The flames laughing, rising higher. You're gonna die in the fire. Alright. You're gonna die in the fire. I'm like this accessory to humanity. I'm like this accessory. Where to the children? Radiation on the rise. Atomic merge, devastation. A total cleanse, annihilation. You're gonna die in the fire. You're gonna die in the fire. You're gonna die in the fire. Apocalyptic sorcery. Kill humanity. Apocalyptic sorcery. Nowhere to run! Apocalyptic suffering! Inherit your destiny! Apocalyptic suffering! It's all for you! Atomica! Atomica!
Atomica! All right. Chainbreaker with Atomica. That one had more of a Venom type of vibe to it. I can hear some hardcore punk influences there, you know, like early hardcore punk, like in the style of Discharge, early, suicidal tendencies, Cro-Mags, stuff like that. Agonistic Front, pretty good stuff. Actually, we're gonna play a classic right now from Discharge. Ironically, I first heard this track covered by Anthrax on Attack of the Killer Bees, but we're going to play the Discharge version. Protest and survive!
Titulation of the human race, set up God! We just survive! We just survive! It's up to us to change the course! We just survive! We just survive! to let you know we get red race. Set our course. We just to survive. We just to survive. It's up to us. Continues the cause. We just to survive. We just to survive. We just to survive. We just to survive.
That fucking tune kicks ass, dude. Oh my goodness. 1982 that came out. That's got to be one of the heaviest things, you know, to, what am I trying to say here? One of the heaviest things that is pre-thrash metal, you know what I mean? Because it came out in 82 before thrash took out. I mean, hardcore punk was coming up at the time, you know. Bands were writing these little, short, fast, angry, pissed off songs. You know, basically saying fuck the government, fuck humanity, fuck everything, you know, stuff like that. Yeah, dude, that's a fucking heavy tune for 1982. Anyways, so what we're going to do actually is play. I mean, it looks like we have one person watching, not commenting, but that's cool. If you're just here to listen to me fucking shoot the shit and play fucking metal, that's pretty fucking cool too. I hope the music's coming through okay. I know I don't have a professional setup, you know, but we will get there. Let's play some fucking classic Motorhead right now with Tear You Down.
Lines wide drive in.
Rest in peace, Lemmy. Long live Lemmy.
Gonna show you what I'm all about. I'm gonna make the toenails go. Gonna show you how to make me smile. Really, in the long let go. Gonna talk to you all night long. Every line was your favorite song. Gonna show you how to make me laugh. Gonna tear you down. Gonna show you what I'm all about. I'm gonna shake you down tonight. I don't really wanna freak you out, but I'm gonna make you feel alright. I was talking to you all night through. I know you was wrong with me too. Gonna shake you till your lips turn blue. I'm gonna tie you down. Gonna show you how to stretch your stuff and all the big dreams come true. Gonna show you how to change your life and whatever you're gonna do to you. I was talking to you hours and hours. I promised you hearts and flowers. I'll give you supernatural powers. I'm gonna tear you down. Ow.
And that was some classic fucking Motorhead right there. You know it, you know it, you know it! You know it. Anyways, thanks to Brandon Martin for subscribing to the channel. He's got a wrestling podcast over there. He's actually interviewed Sabu. I think he interviewed Zach Gowen. Yeah, he's done interviews with some wrestlers, so that's kind of cool. You know, I want to do more interviews over here too. And that's going to come to also, I want to interview my friend Justin and Ocean, his project, his band. I want to interview. Hey, man, I'll interview any band. Really, I'll interview any band. Anyone who's willing to do an interview, I'll do it. But anyways, back to the music because we still have one person here watching. Hey, we got Wandering Souls, Webzine here. Hey, man, how you doing, bro? Good to see you here, man. Yeah, figured I'd play some tunes. Probably not the greatest sound quality, but you know what? You got to work with what you got, right? And that's going to change here, in the future. But, hey, man, glad you're here, man. I'm happy you're enjoying it. If you have any requests, I'll play it. Oh, I definitely love to do interviews. Like I interviewed Xavier's band, Sadistic Oppressor. Yeah, the quality didn't come out like I wanted it to. I mean, this is stuff we can do later on down the road again too, as far as interviews go. You know. But it was a fun interview, man, and it's going to happen again. And I interviewed Josh Dominus's Morticide, which, Morticide is basically just Josh Dom. That interview turned out good. I kind of fumbled a little bit in that interview and probably should have asked, a little bit more questions, when it pertains to, his band. But you know what? We're going to do future interviews. So, it's all cool. But anyways, back to the music. I'm trying to think, what should I play here? Hey, man, thank you, bro. Hey, man, I love your channel, too. You have a great channel, too, man. You definitely deserve more subscribers, dude. But sometimes, you know what, it's not just about the subscribers. It's about, the love of doing it. And you know what? I love doing this. I absolutely love doing this. Yes, I've gotten down in the past over some things, but you know what? That's, we all make mistakes as people, man. All right, we got Thralls. We got Necrotic Nick in the house too, man. Good to see you here. Just playing some tunes right now. Trying to think what to play here. Trying to think. You know what? Gonna play a new Flotsam and Jetstam song. I don't have the new album yet. I did hear one of the new songs, and I'm gonna actually play it. I don't want to spoil myself and play the whole album until I actually get it. I mean, that's just the way I am, But let's play Brace for Impact off the new Flotsam and Jetstam album. How about it? Oh, nice, man. I'll definitely get it.
You can see it coming right before your very eyes. Terror hits before the inclination to survive. Can you react in time to save what will become? Or will you your feet, grab the rail, close your eyes, grit your teeth and open, isn't time to die. Bracing for the impact, bracing for the pain, bracing for the impact, driving me insane. Bracing for the impact, bracing for the pain, bracing for the impact, driving me insane. You can't get out of the way no matter how you try. If you don't brace for impact, there's a chance to die. Grab a hold, take a seat, bow your head and tighten up and spread your feet. Grab the rail, close your eyes, grit your teeth and open, isn't time to die. Bracing for the impact, bracing for the pain, bracing for the impact, driving me insane. Bracing for the impact, bracing for the pain, bracing for the impact, driving me insane. Some lonely venture where the railing keeps them in. Some will trust a man, but not his fate. Following a path that others have chosen for you. Safer and some more control than blazing your way through. Blazing your way through. Bracing for the impact, bracing for the pain, bracing for the impact, driving me insane. Bracing for the impact, bracing for the pain, bracing for the impact, driving me insane. Brace for impact. 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 Brace for impact.
That was freaking amazing. Holy cow, that was good. I cannot wait to get this CD. The new Artillery I didn't get yet. I will get it too. Our record store hasn't had it. I'm going to have to order this stuff on eBay probably. Oh my god, that's good. Let's pause that. So we will play a new Artillery song right now, actually. Love Artillery, man. One of my favorite thrash bands, from Denmark. Here we go. We're going to play the track Turn Up the Rave.
But some strings they are invincible. close the gates. I'm blinded. East side to my beating heart. Turn off the rage. Build on the bars. You'll never imprison my soul. I have an angel. You are blocking everything that I make care for. You are slowly shooting me down. I've closed the gates. I'm blinded. East side to my beating heart. Turn off the rage. Build on the bars. You'll never imprison my soul. I have an angel. One you can see who's making me whole. The dust of despair comes running in, trying to rip me apart. No force will come through and keep me away from you. Turn off the rage. Build on the bars. You'll never imprison my soul. I have an angel. One you can see who's making me whole. It felt like 1,000 nights in my heart when it ripped us apart. Now that I've seen your true face, I don't know what to believe. Turn off the rage. Build up the bars. You'll never imprison my soul. I have an angel. One you can see who's making me whole.
That was cool, man. New artillery, man. Gonna have to get that. Definitely. Had to dip out for a smoke. Hey, man. It's a bad habit, but, we do it. I do it too. Yeah, I kind of agree. I mean, their old vocal, or their original vocalist, I think, was, well, actually, I think they had a vocalist before the original vocalist on the demos. But, yeah, I kind of miss the old vocalist too. I need to quit too. I mean, it's a bad habit. I mean, it is what it is. Yeah, it's definitely a terrible habit. Oh my god, definitely the old stuff is definitely great. Especially the debut album, Fear of Tomorrow. By Inheritance is probably their Master of Puppets. Really good album, and it's produced by Fleming Rasmussen, ironically, who produced, Master of Puppets, Ride the Lightning. think he produced Justice for, or did he produce Justice? I kind of forget. Anyways, but now we're gonna check out a newer band that Necrotic Nick has definitely reviewed, and I really like this band. We're gonna check out the band Enforced, killer band right here. I do have this CD, and it's a fucking killer CD. Hell yeah, man. Right on, man, definitely. I'd love to see these guys live. I gotta get the TV. Oh my god, that's so fucking good. I'll tell you what they remind me of. They definitely remind me of. Whoops. Pause that there. They remind me of Slayer a lot, like Slayer. you know, if Slayer had a more aggressive Slayer had a more aggressive vocalist. You know what I mean? Man, it's like they're taking where Slayer left off and they're going with it. And that's what we need, man. That's very true. Yes, I could definitely get that vibe too. You know, definitely like watching old school Headbangers Ball from back in the day. Man, such a killer band. I would definitely love to see them live because I'm sure when they play live, they bring the intensity by far. Yep. But yeah, Kill Grid, great album. Definitely an awesome album that has come out here in 2021. Hopefully, I won't get a copyright strike for this one. But I feel like playing some old school Sepultura right now, actually. And the Chronic Nick had the privilege to interview Max Cavalera, which was a really cool interview. To me, it's more like a hangout. It's like, it was just so cool and laid back, that interview. Did you get it, man? Awesome. I'm actually wearing, gotta pull the hair back. I'm actually wearing the Holocaust shirt right now. And still working on my album. Just trying to touch some things up. Why it's taken a bit longer to put out than I originally intended to. But right now, we're going to play some old school Sepultura. Just trying to think what to play here. I got it. We're going to go back to my personal favorite Sepultura album, Schizophrenia. And from the past comes the storm. Love
Try to end itself. In real pain, the murder flesh, no reflection, inside the mirror. Show the soul, and the blood of innocence. The human brain you feel is wrong. The empty decay, to rob and talk, for us to live here. I'm here to melt, go to the crack, vanish like a flash. The youth is all, my universe, based on having a bed. We fight the floor, streets of giants, songs of the same fire. We love the same tomorrow, all the crying together, eating glass. For the world, and for the flies, I lost the rookie flash. Never was, never gonna be. Everybody around us like the lake. The word. I can hear the fire beat of soul. Never be afraid to fight it down. When it later said it's such an echo. Laceration, last 17. Empathy still remains on my unity. That's by a whole ship. No regrets from the breath. God is strong. Try to end itself. Be obeyed, and with a flash, your intention inside of you. Show the soul by the blood of innocence. The human creative and destruction. The evident case, should have not taught, most used to live here.
Oh man, such a killer tune. I mean, when it comes to Sepultura, the first album I heard was Arise, pretty much like probably everybody else. And I heard Arise back in '93. I want to say, I think it was around '93. And the album blew me away, you know. And I actually like a lot of the Soulfly stuff too, and the Nell Bomb stuff that Max did. Cavalier Conspiracy. Tell you what, Max is fucking metal, man. Max is 100% metal, And a lot of people bitch about Max. I don't know why. I don't get it. And from watching the Thralls of Metal interview with Max, man, he just seems like the coolest person on earth, you know? Oh, yes. I might actually play that. I haven't listened to Nell Bomb in a while. Oh, okay. Point blank. Okay. looking here. Right down for a minute. Looking here. Let's play 24-hour bullshit from Nelbone.
Vida robada llega a su fin. For silver relative to the price of gold.
Right?
You work
I
with
agree.
the state that does some subsidy for the food.
Max is a freaking legend too, man. I love Max.
And I saw, and I may never see y'all again in life.
$22. So get the network now. Rate book. $279. Rate book.
What's great on it to life? But no one but yourself. One by everything of God. Fall down for a division. 24-hour bullshit. 24-hour bullshit. I wanna know what you're out. Some might I convince myself. Falling line of awesome. It's my God on my religion. 24-hour bullshit. 24-hour bullshit. What by everything you got? What good coward? 24-hour bullshit. Think I'm gonna take that? That's all I need. 24-hour bullshit. What by everything you got? What good coward? 24-hour bullshit. Think I'm gonna take that? That's all I need. 24-hour bullshit.
We are going to actually play cockroaches next. fucking love that tune. Oh my god, yes, excellent tune. I could just dedicate a whole stream to playing Mac stuff.
Everyone's gonna die. To your soul. I'm going out. Dying to my day. Smiles on my day. Working like day by day. Even if I have to sleep on train. Look around, what you're doing. You think God's a you. Telling people what to do. You don't know who are you. Look around, what you're doing. You think God's a you. Telling people what to do. You don't know who are you. Fuck.
I'd like to kill somebody. Say that again. I'd like to kill somebody. Must mean you go for a ride on this. Everyone's gonna out. Dying to your soul. Lights are out. Look around, what you're doing. You think God's a you. Telling people what to do. You don't know who are you. My day to my day. Another day. Look around, what you're doing. You think God's a you. Telling people what to do. You don't know who the fuck are you. My day to my day. Another day.
such a killer tune. I'll tell you what, man. We give Max a lot of credit for being an excellent vocalist. But I'll tell you what, Max to me can write some fucking riffs too when it comes to writing some kick-ass metal riffs. And I don't think Max gets a lot of credit for that when it comes to that department. I think Max is an excellent rhythm guitar player. You can definitely tell he's self-taught, you know. And the guy can write some fucking killer riffs. All right, man. Take care, man. Thanks for joining the stream, bro. Always good to have you here, Necrotic Nick. Probably going to end the stream here in the next half hour. Always good to have you around here, man. Wandering Souls. Hey, man, everybody, I love you all, man. You're all fucking awesome, you know? But I'm going to play one more Max tune with the band Soulfly. How about some Frontline?
You don't give a fuck, they don't give a fuck, get back in the front. I don't give a fuck, you don't give a fuck, we don't give a fuck, get back to the front. No one to trust, just run in the dust, things are getting worse. What was that word? You kill no remorse. You die for one god. They kill no remorse. They die for one god. Back to the front line. Back to the front I don't give a fuck, you don't give a fuck, they don't give a fuck, get back in the front. I don't give a fuck, you don't give a fuck, we don't give a fuck, get back to the front. Once more, pieces of the side that fall, and anyone to beat in war, might follow me once more. For what? I don't know, I don't understand. Can you tell me who has won when nothing remains? Back to the front line. Back to the front Back the fuck up now, shut the fuck up now, back to the front now, back to the front line.
All right, we're gonna step it up and get even more brutal. We're gonna play some classic Critum, a Brazilian band also with Conquerors of Armageddon.
The back of my man devoured, all that creation beyond. Time for the fight sword, so that all is insane. Understandable pain, oh my God, it's great.
I'll tell you what, if you like old Creator, you're gonna love this band. Mad Rost Matros. Can never pronounce it right. But yes, this is courtesy of No Life Till Metal. And y'all know Scott Waters over there doing a hell of a job, when it comes to his record label and putting out like rarities and putting out just killer music in general. So here we go. Check this out. All right, that was Mad Rost right there. Some fucking killer stuff. All right, this one goes out to Big Bad G, old school friend right here. And apologies for getting mad at you earlier. But this is for Big Bad G right now. Because I think we need a resurrection. And by the way, here comes the Metal God.
I'm digging deep inside my soul to bring myself out of this goddamn hole. I ripped the demons from my heart and found the truth was with me from the start. Holy angel, lift me from this burning hell. Resurrection, make me whole. Son of Judas, bring the saints to my revenge. Resurrection, bring me home. I walked alone into a fight. No one standing in satanic light. I tried to look too far ahead and saw the road go to my past instead. Holy angel, lift me from this burning hell. Resurrection, make me whole. Son of Judas, bring the saints to my revenge. Resurrection, bring me
Apologize for that.
saw the road go to my past instead. Holy angel, lift me from this burning hell. Resurrection, make me whole. Son of Judas, bring the saints to my revenge. Resurrection, bring me home. I face the things I've said and done. There is no basket left to overcome. The peace of mind I thought was lost was right in front of me on paths I crossed. Holy angel, lift me from this burning hell. Resurrection, make me whole. Son of Judas, bring the saints to my revenge. Resurrection, bring me home. Holy angel, lift me from this burning hell. Resurrection, make me whole. Son of Judas, bring the saints to my revenge. Resurrection, bring me home.
Alrighty. You know what? We got 10 minutes left here. And I see people are tuning in and tuning out. Am I really that fucking boring? Hell no, I'm not boring. Anyways, if they don't like what I'm doing, whatever. Up next, we got our very own Scott Waters, Robert Gutierrez, and about some ultimatum with Heart of Metal! We all have heart of metal in us. Killer fucking tune, man.
I want to know how many.
All right. Yes, that's Ultimatum. Scott Waters. an excellent YouTuber and an excellent friend of mine. But now we're going to go off into some thrash or die territory. That's right, we got some thrash or die coming up right now. Ralph Vieira, another legendary YouTuber. And here's some thrash or die with Zombie Assault.
You people, go out in the streets.
Is this right?
Living from the grave, eating outside, they will fuck every day. Eating on your flesh, you will not survive. You son of a motherfucker right after you die. Eating up the living, still I watch the law. I'm boarding up the window, put the dresser on the door. Running out the foot, after the shit I pass. Gotta get my car, it's the only chance. Come in the soul, coming after me. Come in the soul, they wanna eat. Come in the soul, got me on the run. Come in the soul, the others will be gone. Shoot him in the head! Shoot him in the head! Got the veins out! Ready for the lead! One more bullet! Gotta make a way! Get to my car! Set the rest of flames! Throw me in the soul! Lead it to my face! Throw me in the soul! I'm out to escape! Throw me in the soul! Nowhere to hide! Throw me in the soul! I'm running out of time!
And we're going to go for a wild ride right now. That's right. We're going to go for a wild ride. Here we go. With City Street.
daddy's girl, she had the perfect life. When her trust was taken from her, it was compromised. Looking for the answers, but the answers never came. Searching for yourself when there's no one else left to blame. All alone, another right, another wrong. So far from home, another night that takes too long. She left home at 17, can't take it anymore. Waking up with someone else there, standing at the door. Run away from the pain, it gave her an excuse. Take the pill, try not to feel this life of misabuse. In the streets, all alone, another right, another wrong. So far from home, another night that takes too long. Finally hit rock bottom, never thought this day would come. Facing what she has to face, nowhere left to run. Looking for the answers, but the answers never came. Searching for yourself when there's no one else left to blame. While alone, another right, another wrong. So far from home, another night that takes too long. Just take me away, whoa yeah. Don't wanna go back to that shame. I can feel it wrong, yeah. Feel the beat,
Oh, that right there, man, is my shout out to Thrash or Die, Wild Ride, Ultimatum. Good friends of mine here on YouTube. And we're near the end here. Trying to think what to play for last call here. I mean, we've had people come in and out. It is what it is. You know what? But for the memory of Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorf, we got a classic Piper's Pit segment coming up.
Signed, sealed, and delivered, right?
Signed, sealed, and delivered. Oh, and you know what? They're out training. Mr. T and Hulk Hogan are out training because in 3 miserable weeks, you think in 3 miserable weeks, you can get in good enough shape that you're going to be able to take on prime time. Do they know that Ace, our bodyguard's going to be in our corner? And I wonder what they do training. I wonder if they show each other where the hair shouldn't go.
You know something? You know something, Roddy? I've seen him train before. I've seen Hulk Hogan train. He says he jumps on and grabs those big 200-pound dumbbells, hangs and bangs. Well, that's a big lie. Because that big, fat, ugly dummy, I'll match him any day of the week in a weight room. You name it. You name the place. I don't care how much weight, Hogan. I'll make you eat every plate you can lift.
You see, the difference is you guys are training in Don Perry on. Us, we're out there training in the swamps. Ace got his arm busted in defense of us. Ace threw his body in front of us, and he went out there. We're training in swamp. We're training with chains. We're training with bull masters, and we ain't going out and lovey-dubbing down.
You know something, Mr. T? What you have done, boy, and I spell that B-O-Y, you have stuck your nose into somebody else's business. You have stuck your nose into something that you have nothing to do with, big boy. So I'm going to tell you right now, myself and Roddy Poppy and Ace, we're going to do something to you, son, that you'll never forget. You think about that. You think about for the next 3 weeks.
You know the difference is we ain't no cartoon character that comes on Saturday afternoon and watches them all dressed up in pretty black colors, man. We're the real thing. You're looking, man, at prime time. You're looking at people. If you get in there in 3 weeks and you're really that stupid, you're looking at someone that will take you and make nothing of you, will take your life and not even think twice about it.
All right, man. Rest in peace to Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorf, Rowdy Roddy Piper, me, Gene Okerlund. Man, you talk about legend. You talk about people that could cut promos. You talk about people that had charisma. They had it. And we're living in a day and age where people don't have charisma no more. Or don't have a drive no more. And we got to bring that back. But for the last track, you know, I think I got a good one for the last track. Indeed-o, Gino. Just let me find it here. I'm going to play one of my own tracks. It's an instrumental, but you know what? Let's break free from a dying world. That's it for the stream tonight. Thank you all for joining in, and to those who left, hey, have a good day also. No grudges. You know what? We gotta start being better as human beings, right? Exactly. But anyways, Metal Ben is signing out. And we all have one thing to say here. Keep it metal! I always fuck this up at the end.